messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any more. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer Ford. Togazak, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking no. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. You ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Take them with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
Messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about any more. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer Ford. Togazak, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking no. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UBK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either Lord or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. You ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Take them with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb.
right, shalom, 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 Israel. We are the Isupk, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. And if it's not of the Isupk, it is not of the truth. This is the Tuesday night brotherhood class, and we're going to get it rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all tuning in with me. Do a little roll call. You know what I'm saying? Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabarakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Latah Bashem Yahweh to the sisters. And you know what I'm saying? Ramah, shout out to Ramah tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Also Yeshaya, Sister Ashley checking in. Shaya Ra checking in. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna rock it out today. You know what I mean? And today's topic is, and I'm very excited about this topic because I love talking about our history as a nation and as a people, is the real Jews are the sons of the slaves. You know what I'm saying? So, Salakia. So, Salakia, y'all. I have a heckler. You know what I'm saying? On here, causing mischief. You know what I'm saying? You know they hate us. But anyways, the real Jews are the sons of the slave. You know what I mean? And that goes a long way to say, you know, the Israelites of, you know what I'm saying, they went into captivity and slavery. But, you know, their descendants are still Israelites. Now, we've been called African American, Haitian, Jamaican, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Native American, Mexican, but we have true biblical names, and we are from the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I mean? And the world seems to forget that we are the sons of the slaves. And who were the slaves? The Israelites. Who built Egypt? Who built America? Israel did. In our captivity, we built the greatest countries around the world. You know what I mean? And we're going to bring it out. We're going to prove it today to all you naysayers and you hecklers. You know what I'm saying? Them stinking Africans didn't go into slavery. They sold us into slavery. They sold us to our oppression for muskets and wine. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted. We are not African, and we damn sure don't want to be African. Why would we? Who want to be African? Who want to drink from a cow's butt and wash their body with cow's piss? Who want to eat raw meat? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be like them. The Most High said we above all nations. He chose us. He ain't chose them living in no damn hut. We had kingdoms. Know what I mean? We had kings and princes and princesses. Nobody don't want to be no damn African. They just culture vultures. You know what I mean? They steal everything from us and then take it back to their land. So no. Nobody want to be no damn African. I'm glad I'm not an African. I don't call myself no African American. You see what my shirt say? If you can see it, it says Israelites. You know what I'm saying? You damn right we Israel. And we gonna take back our heritage and our culture from everybody that stole it from us. You know what I mean? So just to let you naysayers know that we ain't trying nowhere. We ain't trying to be African. Y'all don't even want to be African. Y'all want to be everything else. But you know what I'm saying? Back on topic though. So that's what we're gonna get into today. We're gonna bring out some scriptures that proves to us and proves to anybody else that the slaves that are in the Bible, I mean the people that went into slavery, when Israel went into slavery, are the same people that went into slavery over here in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? We've been through many captivities and the Lord brought us out of it. You know what I mean? And just like he brought us out of Egypt and destroyed Pharaoh, destroyed them stinking Africans, he gonna destroy America and bring us out the same way. You know what I mean? So let that be said, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, Sister Zakai. You know what I'm saying? Let that be your warning for everybody that mistreated the Lord's chosen people. Y'all day gonna come. And it's coming fast. It's coming swift. It's coming swifter than the eagle fly. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start off with Hebrews 5 and 12, like how we always do. You know what I mean? To get it rocking and rolling. And it says, for the time when you ought to be taught, it's like it say, for the time when you ought to be teachers, you have need to one teach you again, which be the first principles and oracles of God. Meaning that we just didn't come up here on the fly and just start opening this book and start reading. You know what I'm saying? We've been taught by men above us. We've been taught by Commanding General Yahanna, who was taught by the seven heads. And we all have the same breakdown. We don't have nothing different. I'm not going to say nothing different that I wasn't taught. And I'm not going to teach nothing that ain't in this Bible. We don't do that. That's for them other fake Israelite groups and them Christians. They do that. The school of Isupk, we got the truth. We're the only ones with it. We are the home of the truth. And if you're not in the Isupk, you're not in the truth. And I'm just, if that may hurt somebody's feeling, if that may make somebody else like feel some type of way, it's the truth. And we the home of it. You know what I mean? So we had to earn our way to be a priest and a prophet of the Most High. We had to take an exam, and they had to examine our spirit and to see if we was able to teach. You know what I mean? We had to study up under our outer one's feet. You know what I mean? We had to do that. We just didn't come up here and just open this book and start teaching. You know what I mean? We ain't do that. Hey, Shalom, Master Yeshaya, what's going on?
Hey, Shalom, everyone. Yahweh Shemya Shabbat.
Hey, how about you?
I'm Tawab, everyone. What about you?
Hey, I'm Tawab, man. I'm always Tawab when, you know, we're trying to get down to the get down. You know what I mean?
Come.
We had Hebrews 5 and 12.
Come.
So we had to be taught. You know what I'm saying? We had to shed ourselves with the world, of Christianity, of everything. You know what I mean? And be taught again. So that's the principle and the oracles of the Most High that we had to go through. Dealing with being teachers or teaching. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first principles and the oracles of the Most High. That you have one teach you again. You know what I mean? And then he says, and are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat. Meaning that we had to be taught the basic things. But we had to be taught how to be an Israelite. What that consists of. You know what I mean? What tribe we was from. The high holy days. How to keep the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean, keeping the Sabbath? Like, they'll tell you that you can't even flick a light on in these fake Israelite groups. You can't warm up food. You can't cook. You can't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the breakdown. So they telling you they're telling you a prisoner of the Sabbath, which Yahweh Shai King, who the word it didn't really calls Jesus Christ, said the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Paraphrasing, of course. You know what I mean? Paraphrasing. So you have to be taught all these, the high holy days, what laws, what commandments we ought to follow, what food we can eat. Like, these are things that you need to be taught. And then you can start learning about how to conduct yourself, which is still milk. You know what I'm saying? And then
Con.
you can move on to the meat. You move on to the most serious things, the more things that you might need help on breaking down, or somebody need to break it down for you. But that comes with time. You know what I'm saying? You got to grow. You got to get seasoned. Got to get your feet planted in this truth. You know what I mean? And that ain't coming overnight, because you know what I'm saying? We've been Christians all our life. Even your way of thinking is Christian. So what you got to do is just share yourself for the world. Come in class, ask all the questions you can ask. Don't be afraid. Don't worry about what somebody gonna think, because we all felt like that coming in. We all felt like, nah, I ain't gonna ask this question. That might be dumb. No, ask that question.
Con.
Ask as many questions as you want. I remember when I first came in, we used to have classes on Sundays, and it was a call in, and I would have a bunch of questions. You know what I'm saying? Just because I wanted to know, I wanted to get right. I wanted to be right.
Right.
And I wanted to feed my spirit. I want to get, in tune with who I'm supposed to be, and share myself with the world and the wickedness that I was raised up in. It's the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why we always, me, myself, and I know Officer Kazak do it too. That's who I get it from. We always refer to this scripture because we just letting people know that we've been taught to teach. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
We was once students, and we still are students up under Commanding General Yahanna, and
Right.
we teach. You know what I mean? We are authorized to teach. And if you're not in the Isupk, a priest and an officer under Commanding General Yahanna, you're not authorized to teach this book. I can't respect your teachers and your teaching, because I don't
Right.
know you. Just like Captain Codges, I say. I don't know your pedigree. I don't know what you come from. I don't know what you do. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead, Warren.
So what's crazy is what you're bringing out is so heavy, sir. Is this is when you say, you are here to shed yourself of the world, because it is so important for you to shed yourself of the world. Meaning, when you in class, right? You just like to be quiet. And I know we should ask questions, but to be quiet, right? Like, and just listen, and you observe what the men above you are doing is so very important to you as I'm just gonna say it plain, you as a person that's trying to change your life. So I mean, like, there was the one cat I knew a cat. I didn't know him, but I knew him. He lived in the same neighborhood, but I did not know his name. And the cat, he was obviously Christian, and I used to take the train to the slave, but I always would see him from time to time. And one day I just see the brother start, preaching on the trains, and it was doing that like I would say every time I was on the train, I would see that brother on the train, with preaching and saying this and that, everything that Christians say. But after a while, I didn't see him anymore. And what's crazy is no one taught him the Bible. That brother never read one scripture out of the Bible. He was just saying, repent, repent, repent. But no one taught him. I asked him what church does he belong. He didn't say he didn't belong to a church or something. And I never saw, and like, after a while, I didn't see him on the trains again. And then it just happened that I had to walk through, the area he lives, but it's the same neighborhood. And I saw like they would say he's back, but I could see, nah, this brother, he's back. He's a gangster. He's doing whatever he's doing. He's not, on this train or on the trains or whatever the case might be. But the Christian church, their method of trying to change a person is flawed. Is really flawed because they, how can I say, they don't they don't do what we do. Like when I came in here, it was different. It's like they how can I say, it's a system that works, that once you've reached a certain step, all right, you know how to keep quiet. Now you can ask a question. All right, now you can ask your second question or whatever the case might. But there are steps before you can go out on the streets and start teaching or start thinking what you think is teaching. And what you're gonna find that in the ISUPK, we are doing exactly that. There's a process and a method of how you become a teacher, which is that one teach you again the oracles of God. Salak Yesai.
No, that's right. No, that's heavy. That's heavy because that's what set us apart from everybody else.
Right.
That's what set us apart, and then you can understand this, that a lot of them fake Israelite groups be in our classes learning our breakdown
Come.
and go and run off and go somewhere else.
Cut on.
Christ, if you either gonna come through the straight way, you come in the other way, you a thief. Paraphrasing.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what we talking about today is the sons of the slaves are the real Jews, and they are black. You know what I mean? Them pepperoni had fake Jewish people. They never been through slavery.
Right.
And it was prophesied in these records that the Israelites was gonna go into slavery.
Right.
More than one time. And we're gonna prove that they black. So the first scripture I want to get is, let's go to Exodus 1, and we're gonna start off with verse 1.
Cut on Khan. All right, cut on Khan. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1.
Wait, hold on. All right, yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Cut on Khan. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came out of Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Verse 2. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. Verse 5. And all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. For Joseph was in Egypt already.
All right. So this telling you that 70 people came into Egypt when Joseph went and got his father and his brothers and brought them in the land of Egypt. 70 people came there. You know what I'm saying? And that was just a breakdown of, what happened in Genesis when he went and got his brothers because of a famine. And they realized that Joseph was the man. Joseph was running Egypt.
Right.
When they got there, and they found out because they had sold Joseph to some slavers. And he became the Pharaoh's right-hand man. He was running Egypt. So what he did was he went and got his brother them and his father them because they were suffering in the land and brought them into Egypt. You know what I'm saying? All right, now read verse 6.
Come on, Khan. The book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. Verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. and the land was filled with them.
So when we
Verse
came over
8.
there, we grew like how we always do. You know what I'm saying? We multiplied. We became mighty. We became a strong nation in the land of Goshen, in where we was dwelling. Jacob gave us the best land in Egypt, away from uh the Egyptians and stuff. We had our own land, and we multiplied and we grew. You know what I'm saying? And it said that Joseph and all his brethren in that generation died. So when they passed on, another generation came, and another, and another, and another, and we kept multiplying and growing strong, and we the whole land of Egypt was filled with Israelites in the land of Goshen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now keep reading. Read verse
Karonkan, verse 7.
read verse 8.
Karonkan, verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
So there's a new king that was ruling. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't know Joseph. He didn't know Joseph saved the land of Egypt when he interpreted the dream. That's why he was appointed to a high state. He interpreted a dream for Pharaoh, and Pharaoh made him his right-hand man, gave him the keys to the city, as we would say. You know what I'm saying? And they say the new king arose. And this new king didn't know Joseph. He didn't like Joseph. He didn't care what Joseph did for the previous king. He know that he ruling now. Keep reading.
Karonkan, verse 9. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
We were more and mightier than them. We were stronger nation than them. We outgrew them. We outnumbered them, and we were stronger than them. And he feared that, just the way your oppressor feared today. He would fear when you get up on your feet and you come together and you start loving each other one to another. You start joining yourselves one to another. He feared that when you turn there. He feared Tulsa, Oklahoma. Know what I'm saying? He feared all those other cities that grew up and got from up under the oppressor during the Jim Crow era and started doing their own thing, and cities started popping up with none but blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He feared that.
Khan.
Keep reading.
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
That's why Joseph told Jacob when Jacob was with Pharaoh, that when say we are herders of sheep, and that they should be separate in the land of Goshen. So the Pharaoh gave him the land of Goshen. That is the proof that we were prospering, because if we are fruitful, we prosper. In the even though it's not in our land, but we were separate in that land, and we were prospering. Even it was under the rule of Pharaoh, but we were always prospering, being separate from your oppressor.
Right. Nah, damn right. Like everywhere we go, the Lord still had his hand over us. Even when we was being, chastised, he still didn't destroy us abundantly, because the promise that he made to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
God.
yeah. Keep reading.
Verse 10. Come on. come on. Let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply.
Let's be cunning with them. Let's deal sneaky and secretly with these people, because if we don't, keep reading.
And it come to pass that when they're fallen out a war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and also get them up out of the land.
So they're saying, let's deal wisely. Let's be sneaky. Let's deal sneaky with these folks. Let's take in consideration how they are. So if we go to war with somebody, they might just join our enemies and destroy us. So let's get them up out of the land. Let's kick them out. Let's kick them out the land. Same thing they doing to our Israelite brothers down at the border. Trying to kick them out of the land that was theirs before our oppressors even came. Just like they did our Gadite brothers and our Reubenite brothers.
Right.
Stole land and made false treaties with them to get them up out of the land just so they can take over. It's ain't nothing new. This happened way in Exodus. Keep reading.
Khan, verse 11. Therefore they did Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict the
Go ahead. They set slave master over them to afflict them. Go ahead.
Khan. To afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasured cities, Pithom and Ramesses.
And we built for them Sphinx and them beautiful cities that you see over there in Egypt, the pyramids and the city of Ramses, all them statues and everything. We built those. It's on the hieroglyphics. It's over there in Egypt. They can tell you. You see us on the wall carrying building stuff. The children of Israel when we was in slavery. We built that for them the same way we built America up. The same way. These are the same people. These are our ancestors. We are the descendants of these people. The real Jews are the sons of the slaves. And they're black. Now let's we go to one thing right here. Just to reiterate in your mind, just in case you ain't never heard it. This is out of the Compact Bible Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? This is page, what page is this? Page 213. And this is the definition of Ham, the so-called Africans. Now it says, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, meaning the blacks, dark-skinned people. You know what I'm saying? Dark brown-skinned people. He became the progenitor of the dark races. Hold on, there's more. Not the Negroes. Well, hold on. Didn't they say we was African American? Then they said we was of African descent. Didn't they say all black people come from Africa?
Right.
They lied to you. They straight up told you a lie. Now let's see who these so-called sons of Hams are. It says, but not he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Who are the so-called Negroes? Who call themselves Negroes nowadays?
That's us.
Right. That's so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man of Negro descent. That's why we say Negro descent, not of African descent, because we ain't African. But hold on.
Right.
But of the Egyptians, the Ethiopians,
right,
the Libyans, and the Canaanites. Those are the sons of Ham. Those are Africans. We are not African. Now, keep that in mind as we go on throughout this class. You know what I'm saying? So that's telling you in Exodus that when we moved to the land of Egypt, we was in slavery. But this was already prophesied. Let's go to, let me see. Let me get it real quick. Just so y'all know that we gonna go and we gonna bring all of that today.
Right.
Where we at? Let's see. Let's go to Genesis 15 and 13.
Con.
You can start at 12.
12 cancer. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, and horror of great darkness fell upon him.
So
Verse
Moses,
13.
so Abraham was having a dream. A deep sleep fell over him. He was having a dream. And it said a horror of great darkness fell upon him. Like he was having a nightmare, so as it seems. He was having a terrifying dream. But in this dream, the Lord was talking to him. It was going to reveal something to him. Keep reading.
Con, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
Right. It's saying that your people, just like how he read it, like your people going to be strangers in the land that they ain't theirs. They're going to be strangers. Not only they going to be strangers, this land is going to be unfamiliar to them. It's not going to be their homeland. You can't be a stranger in your own homeland. That's why they call it homeland. You at home. This is your place.
Right.
Keep reading.
Con. And shall serve them.
And shall do what?
And shall serve them.
Go ahead.
And they shall afflict them 430 years.
That's at 430 years?
Con. Salakia, 400. My bad. Salakia, other one. 400 years.
Right. The Lord is saying, your descendants, they're going to be slaves. They're going to serve their enemies. Now, where have we heard that before? Don't move too fast. We're going to get there. But they're going to be slaves in this land 400 years. The Lord was talking to them about them going into Egypt. We was in Egypt 400 some years as servants, as slaves. We was in America 400 years. Ain't no such thing as a coincidence. We don't believe in coincidence. These are prophecies.
Right.
And read verse 14.
Con. Verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
Meaning the Lord gonna judge the people that got his children, they got his chosen people in captivity. Hey, shalom, Officer Yahusab. Hey, shalom, Trooper Amon. The Lord gonna judge them. He ain't forgot. He ain't forgot about us. Same way we came out of Egypt is the same way gonna come out of here. When we left Egypt, they had all kinds of stuff. We was looting and taking everything. They was giving us stuff. They was giving us gold and all this other stuff and everything. Just like, here, get out of there. When the Lord killed the firstborn of everything, Pharaoh yielded and gave it up and told us to get out of that land. And the Lord brought us out with a strong hand. You know what I'm saying? He destroyed Egypt and the people of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And so the same way that happened, the same way he gonna bring us out of this Egypt. This is the new Egypt.
Right.
This is the place of bondage, the place of our bondage, the place of our captivity. You know what I'm saying? And this has been written in these records. That the children of Israel are gonna go through these things.
God.
And hey, Shalom, Officer Nasha. And you're gonna recognize them. Let's get that in. Let me get Deuteronomy. I think that's 32. I think that's 32. Deuteronomy 32 and 28 and 32. I believe.
Select, sir, if I could.
Go ahead, boy.
Come. You know what, right? Say we never came over. Say we never came over with ships, right? Right. And we served our slavery in Africa. All right. Say that, right? Say we served our slavery in Africa. Guess what? They still wouldn't call you African if you had served your slavery in Africa. Because guess what? I'm born in Africa. My family 400 years ago were born in Africa. But guess what? They don't recognize me on paper when you fill in shit. You are not African. You are a colored.
Damn.
So
Kata.
Right. No, a graper. It's like a graper. We were making wine and picking grapes. So damn. We were a graper.
Hey man, listen. As crazy as it may seem, luckily that you are, you know what I'm saying, of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing that could have happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Because we spread it all out across the globe. We're on the four corners of the earth.
Cut.
You know what I mean? And you still amongst your oppressors. Your oppressors ain't the so-called white man. Your oppressors is the so-called African man, the Hamites.
Cut.
Which we've been under their oppression one time before, the Philistines.
Come. And if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
If I could. Under the Hamites' rule, guess what? Drugs came into the colored community. I mean, like meth, crack, under their rule. Because under their rule, we had integration. So under their rule, we had meth, crack, ecstasy. What was that other thing? It was like a tranquilizer that they smoked. It was called Mandrax. I mean, like under there. So when it says subtle, beast of the field. Nevertheless, they are a beast of the field.
Right.
Can't.
Yeah, no, damn right. Yeah, get over your hand. Right, that's damn right. They took crafty counsel against that, so the name of Israel may be remembered no more.
Right.
That's crafty counsel. You know what I'm saying?
Can't.
So let me get that Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
46. Come on. This is the book of, you say 28?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
All right, come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy.
You give me 45 and 46. Select it. 45 and 46, just for content.
Deuteronomy 45, 28, verse 45.
Right.
Come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter. Oh man, where am I at? You say 28 and 45. Come on.
Yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, until thou be destroyed.
Right. This is saying like that if you read up, is the Lord that Moses is going through all kind of curses that are gonna fall upon the children of Israel for turning their back on the Most High, for not following the commandments, for not following the law of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Of our power, the Most High Yahweh. And he said, all these curses gonna come upon thee and shall overtake thee and pursue thee. You know what I'm saying? Till thou be destroyed. Keep reading. Hey, Shalom, Makari. Keep reading.
Khan, because thou hearkenest not unto the Lord, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments, and his statutes, which he command thee.
Right,
Verse
because
40.
we didn't listen to the Lord and we didn't follow the Lord, all these curses came upon us. First, he read to us the blessings that was going to come and that we was going to have, and how we was going to be above every nation, and we was going to have everything that we needed. Then he read all the curses for that was going to happen to us because we didn't listen to the Most High and we didn't keep his statutes and his laws. Like the same way today. Like this is a curse being over here in America. It's a curse for Officer Yeshua to be over there in the land of the Hamites. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All these are curses. It's a curse to have to pay your rent to your oppressor, which you know that you can't even own this land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a curse to be shot down in the street with your back turned. It's a curse to be hung in trees in 2023, 2024. You know what I'm saying? But keep reading it. Keep reading though.
Khan. Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So the Lord is telling you, this is how you're going to identify the children of Israel in the latter times. Because the Lord said they're going to be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, upon thy seed forever. Meaning, all these curses that come upon the children of Israel, it ain't just going to stop with this generation. Until Yahweh shall come back, that's how long that these curses are going to be upon us. And they're going to be upon us for a sign, to show you that these are the children of Israel, because the children of Israel are the only ones that are going to go through these curses. Now tell me who else went through these curses.
Right.
Tell me what other nation been through 400 years of slavery. Who had iron upon their neck? Those fake Jewish people didn't come over here and go through slavery. When they had the Holocaust, they didn't serve in substitute. They didn't serve their enemies. They was in concentration camps. They didn't build nothing up. We the only ones that served and built things up and was in slavery and had yokes of iron on our necks, sold on auction blocks, sold to our enemies. The same prophecies that prophesied in these records, the same thing we living out today. And the Lord said they're going to be for a sign and a wonder.
Right.
That's how you're going to know who the children of Israel is. Look at the curses. Look what they're going through. Know what I'm saying? Now tell me who else done went through everything we go through. From then to now.
Slug, sir.
Go ahead.
The pepperoni ads, they don't even pay taxes on their house here in America. You know that? They don't even pay taxes on their house because they register their house as a place of worship. So
See?
what curse is that? That's actually a blessing.
Right. They can't say they up under no curses.
Right.
They can't say that. The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if you look at their history and the things they done went through with their oppressors in this government and this society and other nations, you can clearly tell that these are the children of Israel. If you follow closely, follow our history on how things went with us, we're for a sign and for a wonder. You ain't got to wonder who are the children of Israel in America. Just look at the ghettos and the barrios and the reservations. Look on the news at channel on at 7 o'clock and at 10 o'clock and see who done got gunned down, who done been alive, who done been kidnapped, who done been harmed or sexually assaulted.
Right.
Look who's in the jail cells, in the prisons. Look who's in foster care. Look at the border. Look who's high in diabetes and high blood pressure. All those are curses and signs and wonders. That ain't nothing just fall upon us. Look who get discriminated. Last to hire, the first to fire. Look who can't even sit in their own house and eat ice cream without somebody busting in their door and shooting them in the head. Does that happen to anybody else? Do you see Chinese people getting gunned down in the street? Do you see Afghanis or the Arabs getting shot down in the street? And they so-called people was the ones so-called did 9/11. It should be an open war on them. And I'm not promoting that, but what I'm saying is, when have a Black or Hispanic or Native American ever attacked a government building? Like, blew it up. They don't get oppressed like we get oppressed. They still get to open up their 7-Eleven and they Quickie Marts and everything else in our neighborhoods. Why are there no Black-owned corner stores, gas stations in the Black community? Now, up top in New York, you got bodegas. Our Hispanic brothers, you know what I'm saying? Our Puerto Rican and Dominican brothers and Cuban brothers, they made it enough to where they get to have a little something, but they getting charged out the air. Salaki, Paul. You got moms and pop stores down here in Florida, but it's not a lot of them. But every corner store, every liquor store you see is a Arab over there, or a Chinese man over there. Our sisters getting our nails done by these Chinese folks, and they in there talking about them bad. To the one, it was a video where this one sister put on a translation, and she was hearing that the Chinese people was talking about her. So tell me these ain't curses. Tell me who wants to go through this. The Jewish man on all the record, all the radio stations, all the record labels, all the TV stations, all the Diamond District, all of that. What curses is he going through?
Right.
If he was so-called Jew, if he the real Jew, what curses is he going through? You said Salaki?
No, Salaki, sir. I just wanted to say, when you were talking about the liquor stores, like when I was living in Florida, there was what's crazy is what you're saying about, you said East Indian and Chinese. The liquor store I used to buy the liquor from they were co-owning a Chinese and an East Indian. And
they can't even stand each other, really. But just to keep you oppressed, to keep you up under their foot, they'll work together. You know what I mean? They'll work together to keep you down in the dirt, even if they can't stand each other. So, like, 1 second. Hold on.
Bitch.
Stock, I'm back. Yeah, so I'm saying, like, your enemies, your oppressors will work together just to keep you on the ground. Just to keep you from getting above them. They'll work with each other, even though they hate each other. Germans and the Jews, they'll come together before they come together with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get Jeremiah 2:14.
2 and 14, count on one cut.
Right, because this is the thing. Every time we disobeyed the Most High, we would go in captivity as a punishment because we was trying to be like the other nations who the Lord put us over. And then the Lord was like, okay, since y'all want to be like them, y'all gonna serve them. I'm gonna make you y'all serving. When y'all was supposed to be, when they were supposed to be y'all servants and bring tribute to y'all and do what y'all told them, y'all want to be like them. So since y'all want to be like them so bad, I'm gonna make y'all serve them. So they got to the point to where Jeremiah, which is the prophet of the Most High, he had to ask this question. And when you get to it, you go ahead.
Come on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel who?
Is Israel a servant?
Is Israel a slave?
Is Israel a servant?
Go ahead.
Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Jeremiah had to ask the Lord because we was going through so many captivity. He had to stop and think about it like, damn, every time we mess up, we go into slavery. He had to ask, is Israel a servant? You know what I'm saying? Is he a homeborn slave? Were we born to be slaves? Because that's always that in our track record. Every time we disappoint the Most High, every time we go against his word, we end up in slavery to the point to where Jeremiah had to ask, are we born to be slaves? Is that all Israel ever gonna be? Or are servants and slaves? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all gonna be? Now everybody knows Jeremiah. Let's see what Jeremiah say. Let's go to Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Come on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth.
Judah mourneth. The same Jew, and you know that's where the word Jews come from. The word Jew comes from Judah. It's like a nickname for the tribe of Judah, which is Jew. Now, them Jews, them fake Jewish people over there, you ask them what tribe do they come from, they can't tell you. I dare you, if you're in it, and don't get yourselves in no trouble. But if you get a chance to talk to somebody that say they Jewish, ask them, what tribe do they come from? Oh, you a Jewish person? Oh, you are Israelite. Are you Israel? What tribe do you come from? Didn't Israel, when they made up of 12 tribes? Did Jacob have 12 sons, was made of 12 tribes of Israel? What tribe do you come from then?
Good luck, is it?
I guarantee you $100 they won't be able to tell you.
Right.
Go ahead, warrior.
This is like you said. I'm in upstate New York right now, right? So, like maybe 20 minutes from here is like maybe 15 to 20 minutes from here is the closest Walmart. But that Walmart is in a community of pepperoni heads, and every time I make sure when I go to that I go to that Walmart, I make sure like I'm dressed for camp. I put on fringes, I put on boots, I put on rings, I put on I put on my shield on my neck, I put on the cover of jacket of Officer Yataza. I put on all black. I put on a headband. I put on everything. Even if it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, I go. There's so many pepperoni hats there. I just wear it just to make sure that they see it. Yo,
Right.
and they yo, I don't want, and they and they cannot. You know when they cannot. You when you know when you know people are always looking at you, like they have eyes upon you. It's it's like that. And I was, I'm praying to the Lord that someone just come up to me and ask me, "What is this you are wearing? Why do you wear this?" Lord willing, you know, someone has they have the balls to come and ask.
Right. Just be careful, warrior. You out there by yourself. They some thugs.
Come on, come.
Jewish man, they thugs out there. They real deal thugs.
Come on,
And now what you doing is just to bring them shame because they know that they're not the real Jews. That's why they say they are Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Because they are converts. They're Ashkenazi Jews.
Ashkenazi.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue reading.
Come on, Khan. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2. From the beginning, Judah mourneth, and the gates. Slug.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. And the gates thereof languish.
Meaning that the protection, their heads, the people that are supposed to protect the Jewish people. I mean, not the Jewish people, but Judah and the Israelites, the 12 tribes, especially in the black community, and Hispanics and Native American community, they ain't got no protection. The people that were set above them, language, they ain't there. They too busy scraping up the crumbs from the so-called white man table, fighting over whatever little position of power that he give them. They don't give a damn about you. The Black Lives Matter movement, the Black Panther Party, all of them things are shut down. All of them things are not no more. They language, they gone.
Right.
Who's to protect the children of Israel now? Your pastor is a thief, a liar. You know what I'm saying? He don't give a damn about you. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, none of them folks give a damn about y'all. You ain't got no damn protection. It's every man for themselves. Who speak for y'all when y'all being wrong?
Right.
Who stand up to y'all and ask for justice and fight for justice when y'all being oppressed? Nobody. Nobody but the Isupk under Commanding General Yahanna. Other than that, y'all wouldn't even have a voice.
Right.
That's what it means when the gates language. The gates, a gate is something to protect something. Keep something from going out or keep something from coming in. Y'all ain't got no gate. So people just walk in and walk out as they please. Do whatever they want in our community. They put us in the ghetto, the barrios and the reservations. They put us in the hood and we can't even live there comfortable. Y'all put us in the poorest places in America. And we can't even live there without y'all coming in our neighborhoods and unaliving people. The gates thereof language. Keep reading.
Come on. They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
No, they white.
They are black.
No, they European.
They are black.
They Chinese.
They are black.
Jeremiah said the Jews are black. The Jews are black. This the same Jeremiah that asked the Most High, are we homeborn slaves? Are we servants? This is the same cat. He's an Israelite. He's an Israelite. Hey, shalom, Officer Thamian. The water, sir. So Jeremiah, the same in 14 and 2, is the same Jeremiah in 2 and 14. That asked the Lord, are we supposed to just be slaves because we always in captivity? We can't never do right. The Jews are black. And the real Jews are the sons of the slaves. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? we're gonna drop that one.
Right.
Let me get let me see. Since we on this one. And this is just confirming everything that we've been going over. Let me see what it is. Where is it? Let's go to we're gonna stay in Jeremiah and we go to Jeremiah 29:4.
Come.
And it's just letting people know, just the people that are watching, just the people that, you know what I'm saying, that's on and haven't heard these things, like being an Israelite, it's in your blood. It ain't no gang. It ain't no place where you can convert to. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't think that us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Israelites. You know what I mean? Because we've been down in the dirt, in the gutter for so long that they don't think nothing good can come of us. But not knowing we serving out a punishment for our ancestors that disobeyed the Most High. And we disobeyed the Most High. So we in captivity. But the Lord is going to choose us again. He going to come and save his people. We ain't going to be in it forever because it's a verse paraphrasing the Lord said when their time had an end, our oppressors kept us in captivity. The Lord didn't mean for us to be here this long. But look what happened. We lost our identity. We lost who we were. And we lost who our power was. But now, his spirit is covering the earth. We know who we are. His people are waking up. Thanks to Isupk, started out in 1969, the word of the Most High is spreading. And it's making those Christians, those Catholics, those Muslims, Buddhists, Rastafarian, it's making all of them out of life. And letting the world know that the real Israelites are black. Ain't no denying it. You can't hide the truth no more. You know what I'm saying? So in Jeremiah 29:4, it says this. Thus says the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. He ain't the God of everybody. He's the God of Israel, a living God. Unto all that are carried away captives, there go that word, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. The Lord said that we was carried away, we was in Babylon. We done been in Syria. We done been in Rome. We done been in Egypt. Now we in the Americas. That's what made Jeremiah ask the Lord, are we supposed to be born slaves? Is there anything else to Israel? The Lord carried us away because our kings was doing wickedly. Let's keep reading. Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives and begat sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons and daughters. It's like, and take wives for your sons and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished. And seek the peace of the city whether I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. So the Lord telling us, when you go over the captives, get wives, get daughters, make husbands for your daughters, and get wives for your sons, and pray to the Lord for peace in the cities. So you may not diminish. Just like how we was in the land of Goshen, how we build up the same way we was in America, the same way we was in Babylon. It's the same way. The same way we are here, scattered throughout. That's how we survived the transatlantic slave trade. Millions of our ancestors died just on the way here. Just on the way here. Many of our ancestors died of our Hispanic brothers and Native brothers in 1492 on their way to Europe, to Spain and Portugal. The Lord gave us strict orders what to do in Jeremiah 29 and 4, 5, and 6. Because he knew what was going to happen. He knew what happens to us when we in the land of our oppression.
Shalaki, sir.
You on?
Kanon, the network, like I live basically underground, like in a, in a basement or something. But the network, so I'm kind of outside. So I'll just read, mute up, mute up, and because there might be some outside noises and stuff because I'm literally outside now.
All right, no sweat.
Come on.
All right. So this is what the Lord told us to do. Can you mute up now? Because I hear like yeah. Okay. So the Lord told us to take wives, plant gardens. That's what we did. We asked for peace. We prayed for peace in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And look what happened. They dropped. We asked for peace in the ghettos and the barrios, and look what they do. Come down there to the hood to stir up trouble and mischief and see who they can unalive today. Know what I mean? And that's the reality of it.
Salagi, sir.
Go ahead.
What's crazy is praying for peace is actually going against God, because God said we shall not have peace with them. We shall not seek their peace. So even if when we were praying for peace, it was actually the Lord did not want us to have peace with him.
Right, but in this verse, the Lord was telling us to do it. This is Jeremiah 29 and 4, and in 29 and 7, it says, "Seek the peace of the city whether I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace." So the Lord is telling us to pray for that. Not all the time, but in this time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna drop that one. Let me get Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. Yeah, Songs. It's gonna prove to y'all even more like.
Come.
You got it where you go.
Come on. This is the book of Solomon, Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
What?
I am black.
I'm white.
I am black.
I'm Chinese.
I am black.
I'm East Indian.
I am black.
So, ain't Solomon the son of David?
Right. He is. Come.
And what he say now again?
I am black.
King Solomon said he black. Now what that tell y'all? Do he not know what color he is? It's not Solomon, the king of Israel at the time.
Right.
So he had to be an Israelite, right?
Come on.
He said he black. Is he lying? Keep reading.
But comely.
Do you know what comely means? It's an old Quaker word, which means beautiful. King Solomon said, I'm black and beautiful.
Right.
I look good. Now Israel is a people of different color of brown. You know what I'm saying? We all different colors.
Right.
But we know who we are.
Right.
King Solomon knew who he was. This ain't no typo. He said, I'm black, but comely. These are the same Israelites that was in captivity in Babylon and Jeremiah. They didn't change colors when they went into captivity. They didn't go over there and come back a different color. The damn show didn't come out looking like those pepperoni hat wearing fake Jews over there that stole our land. They knew who they were. Knew what color they was. Even when they came over here, they knew who they were. Even in Egypt, they knew who they were. Everybody knew who the children of Israel was. Now, you can't sit here and tell me that Israel was a different color of people just because they went into captivity. The Jewish people never went into captivity. Show me somewhere in history where they went in captivity. They tried to use the Holocaust, but that was a lie. Because they weren't serving their enemies. They were just being starved to death and burned alive. That lasted what? 4 or 5 years? The Holocaust?
Come on.
Nowhere near as long as prophesied that the Israelites were going to go in slavery. 400 years. It don't even add up. And we supposed to remember the Holocaust and feel sad about them? What about the translated slave trade? They trying to take that away from us. Talking about the Great Migration. Migration is a people moving from one place to another, not stolen or shipped somewhere else or taken against their will. That ain't no migration. They don't even want you to have the worst of things. Trying to cover up their tracks. That's why every chance we get, we out there on that corner, bringing the sins of our oppressor to his face. Let them know that we haven't got justice yet. We haven't got justice for 400 years of oppression and murder and sexual assault and unaliving and stealing and kidnapping. We ain't free. I don't know who told you that you was free. But you're not. You can't go where you want to go. You can't live wherever you want to live. You can't do whatever you want to do. That's what free people do. You limited to the things you can do, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. You limited. I don't care how much money you get. I don't care how much fame you have. To them, you still a nigga. You see what P. Diddy going through? He got all the money. Look at his shame is coming before everybody. They wouldn't even let Oprah Winfrey in England go in certain places. They told him, get that nigga out of here. She's a billionaire. She done built all them schools over there in Africa, and they still treat her like she ain't nothing.
Salaam, sir.
Your money can't save you. Go ahead, Wade.
Salaam, sir. If I could, like, those schools she built, and she did build a couple schools here in South Africa. She they sexual assaulting the hell out of those kids. I don't want.
Hey. Know what I'm saying? Sexual assault is rough, but that's just a fraction of what my people went through for 400 years.
Khan.
And still going through. Do you know that on the reservations, our sisters are going missing every day? And nobody is looking for justice for them people?
God.
They barely have running water on them reservations. And a woman are being unalived and sexually assaulted at an alarming rate, and you don't see it on the news. But here, you got a man running for presidency that's been convicted of 34 felonies. When you black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you can't even get a job at McDonald's. You can't even get government assistance in certain places. You can't even move certain places with a felony. But your oppressor, the so-called white man, the so-called devil that the Bible speaks of, he can run for president and just might win. Now, that means to tell me, is that going to change for us? Are you going to be looked different as the felon? Are you going to get more opportunities as a felon? I don't think so. I wouldn't count on it because you still a slave and you just a slave in their eyes. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about a black, Hispanic, or Native American person because you still a slave to them. You still at the bottom of the totem pole. And they're going to keep you there because keeping you there, keep them above you. Keep them above you. Keep them on your neck. The more they rule over you, is the more they get to enjoy their kingdom that they built off the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So I don't think just because you got a little something that you mean something to them. It's okay to have good things and nice things, but don't let that blind you. Hey, Shalom, Tripri call y'all. Don't let that blind you. Let's get back to these scriptures. Let me get what? I'm gonna say that. Let me get Job 30 and 30. Matter of fact, Salakia. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 60.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Slow down, my brothers. Slow it down for a second, man. Can't be giving up this heavy stuff all fast, bro. It says the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Egypt means bondage. And the Lord is prophesying to Moses, saying that the children of Israel, they're going to go into bondage again, just like how they was in Egypt. But this time, they're going to go with ships. Now, this is a question for anybody that's online, that's on the chat. Tell me, how did so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, mostly so-called African Americans, got over here to America? They got over here through cargo slave ship.
Right.
During the transatlantic slave trade. Now, did those so-called Jewish pepperoni? Hey, Salaki. Hey, put your phone on mute.
Come.
I asked the question, how did the so-called African Americans get over here? Let me see if somebody in the chat gonna answer. Even though I already probably gave the answer. The sister Ashley said ships. Correct. In cargo slave ships. That's how we got over here. And this was a prophecy and a curse that the Lord said the children of Israel are gonna go through. Now, I got another question. Did the so-called Jewish man come over here on cargo slave ships? And just give me a yes or no if anybody want to answer. And I'm a bush above them. Damn right, sis. No, they didn't. They funded the transatlantic slave trade. They built the boats that bring you over here, that brought our ancestors over here. Look it up. They had insurance on them boats and on the slaves. So whatever slave they got compensated for it. They lost, they got compensated for it. The Jewish man built the boats that brought you over here.
Sir.
1 second, warrior. When they went on the Holocaust, did they go on ships or trains? They got transported to them concentration camps and trains, and they didn't serve no slavery. These curses that the Lord said was going to happen to the children of Israel, it happened to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Do your research. The Hispanic man, the Native Indian man, they went on cargo ships in 1492. They went there first. They got transported on slave ships before the so-called Negroes. When Christopher Columbus sailed to the New World, where the Northern Kingdom was already dwelling there. 1492, they went. 200 years later, we went. Where did the Jewish man go? What year did he go into slavery? He never went into slavery because he's not the real Jew. The real Jews are the sons of the slaves. Go ahead, Warrior.
Salagi, sir. And I was actually watching Officer Cartez's the first part of his lecture about the 12 tribe sign, about the Northern Kingdom. He did that lecture, and come to find out, Christopher Columbus was a small hat. He was a Sephardic Jew.
Yeah, I suggest anybody that question the 12 tribes, I suggest y'all go look at Captain Cartez's lecture. He got a lot of information in that lecture. Or get one of his books off of Amazon. He got a lot of information in those lectures and in those books, man. A lot of information, a lot of historical information that proves that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites. That we are the descendants of Israel. That we are the world's greatest secret. Who are the children of Israel? They are the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Keep reading on Deuteronomy. You're on mute, Warrior.
Salaki, sir. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again.
The Lord said, we ain't gonna see our homeland again. And we haven't seen it. The Lord said, when you go into captivity, this is the last time you're gonna see your homeland. Can you mute up from the one? This is the last time you're gonna see your homeland.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna quickly sign out and sign back in again just to make sure that it's good.
All right, go ahead. Do you think?
Okay.
The Lord said that we ain't going, and we haven't seen our homeland. Now you had some people that try to go back over there and live, and what happened? They being oppressed by them so-called Israelites over there in Israel. They got to serve in their military. Their sons got to serve in their military, and they putting them on the worst piece of land that's over there. So, what the Lord says, stand. It ain't void. He said we ain't gonna see our homeland again, not the way that we left it, and we haven't seen it since. Another people is over there living in our land, while we over here in our captivity. This is prophesied that was going to happen to the Israelites, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, not some converts, some fake Jewish people. Ain't nothing happened to them. They rich. Keep reading.
Come. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Hold on. And there ye shall be sold. Not that you're going to dwell peacefully, or you're going to get up that boat and build up your own. You're going to be sold. Not only that you're going to be sold, you're going to be sold to your enemies. Your enemies are going to be the ones that's buying you. So you tell me this. During slavery time, who were the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans sold to? Was they not sold to the same people that's oppressing you today?
Right.
Do we not see they same descendants walking around here like they own the place? The blacks were sold to the so-called white man. But in these records, they say you was gonna be sold to your enemies. Now tell me, when have they stopped being your enemy? And when have you stopped being a slave? When have you stopped being an Israelite?
Right.
When you turn your back on the Most High. When you turned your back on the power.
Right.
But the Lord forgave you for that. Come back to him and he will come back to you.
Come.
Turn back and turn away from your wicked ways. Stop celebrating these pagan holidays. Stop worshiping that false god, Caesar Borgia, that white Jesus. And recognize who your king is, Yahweh from the tribe of Yahweh. In the English, the tribe of Judah. Recognize who you is. And you were sold to your enemies. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
You be sold unto your enemies? Bah. Sir. You should be sold unto your enemies for slave man and slave women, and no man shall save you. That's what it means, buy you. Like, nobody ain't gonna buy you out of that captivity. You had to run away and escape for your life.
Right.
Try to get away from freedom.
Huh.
Nobody bought you out your slavery. Some slaves worked their whole life just to buy one family member out of slavery. And that wasn't no guarantee that they was gonna stay. Because in the South, as long as you was black, you was a slave. They don't give a damn what kind of papers you had. A lot of our northern brothers and sisters, a lot of their ancestors came from down south. You didn't even know that the Seminole Indians was the dark color.
Right.
A lot of our people mix and married with our Seminole brothers and our Gadite brothers, trying to escape slavery.
Right.
You didn't even know that our Isupk brothers fought at the Alamo to stop slavery from entering into Mexico, and stop the United States Army for taking slaves that had escaped to Mexico back to slavery. That's what the Battle of the Alamo was. It wasn't over no land, it was over slavery.
Right.
Our Isupk brothers fought for us. Our Levite brothers fought and won their independence and beat two of the main powers at that time, France and England, to win their independence. A bunch of slaves. And they all Israelites. So you need to understand what these records consist of. It's your history. This Bible ain't just no book. It ain't no fairy tale. The Christians don't understand it because they don't follow the Lord. They ain't got the spirit of the Lord. You follow his commandments and do his commandments and his laws and statutes, then you'll get understanding. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. They don't fear the Most High. It'll be wise that you should. Take your heritage back. Take your culture back. Be proud to rock this dawada, this shield. Be proud when you have them fringes and studs on your garments and on your pants, because that's your culture. All they think blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans know how to do is play sports and make music. They think BET is our culture. That's it. All we know how to do is shuck and jive and be criminals. But we better than that. The Lord said we are his chosen people. We ain't just no homeborn slave or no servant. We more than that. Let me get Revelation let me get can you find that scripture? Or say I know thy works and that tribulations. Forgot which one that is.
Khan. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9.
Okay, 2 and 9.
Khan. Read.
Right.
Khan. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations.
The Lord said he know what you're going through, black man, Hispanic man, Native American, Indian man. He know the hardship that you have had all your life. He know the injustice that you suffer every day, day in and day out, to the point that you might not even make it home when you leave in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Every man that got to go to work in the morning, early in the morning, you go before your family wake up, man, kiss your family, man. Kiss your rib and kiss your kids.
Right.
Tell them you love them.
Right.
Know what I mean? Tell your family you love them. Because the way this world is set up, you might not make it home. The world is against you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. And the Lord said he know your work and your tribulation. He know how hard you work just to have nothing. He know how hard they put you through everything and you still trying to hold on by a thread. Keep reading.
Come. And thy poverty.
And thy poverty. He know that you staying in the ghettos. He know that you live in the ghettos, in the barrios, in the reservation. He know you living in a poverty state of mind where it's hard for you to even make ends meet. He know these things. Keep reading.
But thou art rich.
But thou art rich. You are rich not with money, but your bloodline. The blood that runs through your veins is of royalty. You are from a royal stock. You are a prince and princesses of the power.
Right.
Yasha Allah, prince of the
Right.
power. You rich by blood, not by marriage, not by any kind of other way. You are the Lord's chosen people. And thou art rich. Even when you poor, you rich. You richer than the richest man on earth. Keep reading.
And I know the blasphemy
And I
of
know the
the,
blasphemy. You know what blasphemy is? That's a wicked, wicked ass lie. That's a horrible lie. That's the most horrible lie somebody could ever tell. It's a blasphemy. The Lord said, I know the blasphemy. Go ahead.
of them which say they are Jews.
I know the blasphemy of those that which lie and say they are Jews. Who say they are Jews?
Hmm.
Who go around and say they are Jewish? The Lord said that's a blasphemy. That's a wicked ass. That's a horrible lie. That's a hard lie. These people going around and say they are Jews. If it weren't for 1969, we didn't know we was the real Israelites. I know I didn't know.
Right.
I wasn't walking around calling myself Jew. I was calling myself an African American. The Lord said, you know the blasphemy of those that call themselves Jews. Go ahead.
And are not.
And are what?
And are not.
No, they the real Jews.
And are not.
No, they was born in Israel.
And are not.
The Lord said they call themselves Jews. They lying and are not. They not the real Jews. They not the real Jews. So if they not the real Jews, then who are the real Jews? The real Jews are the sons of the slave.
Right.
Can you read it?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
Are the synagogue of Satan. So them pepperoni wearing hat Jewish fake Jews that calling themselves Jews, the Lord said they lying and they ain't the real Jews. They can't be the real Jews. But you know who they can be? And you know who they are? They are the synagogue of Satan.
Right.
That's who them people are. That's how wicked they are. This was written over 3,000 years ago. This is prophecy. This is what the Lord said. And that's the thing that you got to understand. From front to back, it talks about the real Israelites. They tell you what color they are, where they came from, and who they are today. It tell you about their ups and their downs, their captivities, and the time that they ruled. They tell you how and why they came over here in this land and how they gonna leave.
Right.
Let's read how they gonna leave. Let me get, where is it? Where is it? Let me get, they should, let me get Revelations 13 and 10.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. You don't want 9, sir?
Yeah, let me get 9. You can read 9 first.
Come. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If any man got any kind of understanding, if you can't understand these words that are written here in this record, if you got an ear to hear and an ear to understand, then hear this. Keep reading.
Come, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
Your so-called oppressor, the so-called white man, the so-called African, the so-called Chinese, the so-called East Indian, the so-called Jewish man, led us into captivity. Read on.
Shall go into captivity.
He's gonna go in that same captivity that he led you in. It's in the Bible. This ain't even my words. I'm reading out the Bible, man. The King James Version Bible. We reading this out of the Bible. It said, he that leadeth the children of Israel into captivity, he that led us into captivity, shall go into captivity. But there's more. Read on.
Come. He that killeth with the sword.
He that killed us with the sword, that laid our bodies down in the streets for the crows and for the fowls of the air. He that did us that did us something bad. Read on.
Come. Must be killed with the sword.
We're gonna be a time that they're gonna be slain with the sword. It's a must. It ain't no option. It's gonna happen. He that led us in captivity gonna go into captivity. He that killed us with the sword, he must be killed with the sword. Read on.
Come. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is what we waiting on. This is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. This is what we waiting on for our time, for our get back. For the Lord to use us as his weapons of war. That's why we ain't did nothing yet. You can't beat the white man at his own game unless the Lord on your side. We got to wait on the Lord. And that's the patience and the faith of the saint. That's our faith. That's what we hold dear, to know that one day it's going to be our turn. And we're going to reward him double.
Salak, sir, if I could.
For what he did. Go ahead.
Salak, sir, if you know what, when it comes to Christians, right, they always say, you know, the faith of Jesus. And then they go like, ugh. But they don't know what that faith is. You know, that faith is to put your oppressor back into captivity.
Right
and
on.
Come, and refill her cup double as she had. Well, I might butcher it, but as she filled yours, like, you know, you give her back double of what she has, you know, of what your oppressor has given unto you. But what their faith in, you know, their faith is like, uh you know, when they just want to be equal with their oppressor, or you know, just be want to be left alone from the oppressor. But when you come into the school, you understand what the real faith is. The real faith is so that you can run this earth and give back to the oppressor what they have given unto you over the last, I would even say, as the last 1,400 years, you know. But you know, given back unto them what they have given back to you, what they have what they gave to you.
Now, that's what that's what the Lord said.
Come.
Reward them double. Because
Right.
it's going to happen. And that's what your Christian pastor don't never tell you. He don't teach you them things. He don't teach you that your so-called oppressor gonna be a slave in our kingdom. He don't teach you that because he love his oppressor. He eat from his oppressor. And he destroy you so he can live. Let me get one more scripture. Let me get that. And they shall take them captives. Yeah. Because this is telling you that the roles are going to be reversed. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man.
Oh, sure. We shall be saved in the Lord. That's in Isaiah, right?
Is that in Isaiah?
Let me quickly look. Give me 1 second. I don't.
Right. The role's gonna soon be reversed.
I don't know. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 12. I think verse 12. Oh, shit. No, it's not. It's like it. Verse 2. This is the book of Isaiah. You want me to start with Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1, other one?
Yeah, I guess
For
you
the Lord, for the Lord
yeah.
shall have mercy on Jacob.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah,
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
The Lord gonna have mercy on us. And he gonna choose us again. All that we going through gonna come to an end. And the Lord gonna have mercy on us. Keep reading.
Come on. And will and set them in their own land.
And that land that he said we wasn't gonna see no more, we're gonna see it again. We're gonna be in our own land this time. We ain't gonna be strangers and foreigners. Keep reading.
Come on. And the strangers shall be joined unto them.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall cleave unto and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
But we ain't going empty-handed.
Right.
No. No, we ain't. That's all we done been through. We is not going empty-handed. The strangers gonna be joined with us, and they gonna cleave onto us. Mm-hmm. Let's see how they gonna cleave. Let's see how they gonna be joined. Keep reading.
Come on. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And the Israelites, the 12 tribes, are gonna take these strangers. You take something, you taking it. You ain't giving, you ain't asking, you taking it by force. And we gonna bring them. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. Meaning we're gonna bring them to our homeland, our Israel, not the Israel that you see now. It's gonna be a new Israel. Keep reading.
Come. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
There go that word. Remember that in Deuteronomy 28 and 68? That we was gonna be their servants and their handmaids. That was gonna be their slave men and slave women. It says here that Israel, the house of Israel, shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. They're gonna be our slaves. Ooh-wee. Keep reading.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We shall what?
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
No, we're gonna live hand to hand.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
No, we're gonna love everybody.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And the Lord said, we're gonna take them captives. We were slaves, whose captives we were. So they're gonna be our slaves. And not only that they're gonna be our slaves, we're gonna rule over them. We're gonna rule over our oppressor. We're gonna rule over the so-called white man, the so-called African man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Jewish man. We're gonna rule over our oppressors.
Right.
And that's the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's what you need to understand, what's gonna happen to the people that kept us in slavery. And the only people that gonna rule them are the real Jews.
Right.
And who are the real Jews? The real Jews are the sons of the slaves.
Right.
And with that, I'm gonna end the class. I want to say the water, man, the water to everybody that was, you know what I'm saying, rocking with me tonight. The water to Officer Yeshaya who held me down tonight, you know what I'm saying? The water to everybody that was, you know what I'm saying, watching. Man, y'all, let's get up out of this captivity, man. And the only way we're gonna be able to do that is we turn back to the Lord. You know what I mean?
Come.
So let's do that. I know y'all want to rule because I want to rule.
Right.
Tired of being a slave. I ain't a slave no more because I'm in the Isupk. I'm in the home of the truth. And the truth set me free. So let's get up out of here, Israel. So like, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I want to say shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Atah by Yeshem Yahushua to the sisters, man. Hey, shalom, Kwam Yasharala, man. Rise, Israel. Shalom.
Shalom. Slug yourself, if I could quickly.
Go ahead.
Don't just share on on YouTube. Also share on and share on Facebook as well. Baba Kasha.
Right. The water warrior. The water. So shalom, y'all.
Shalom.